Hello, everybody. Uncle Doug's down there at the bottom. I am just getting a few more things wrapped up here. Man, we have had, let me tell you, a morning doing this. But I did make a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. 10 new product listings for some unique filigree packs. I have not made them active yet. I will do that in a moment and I will let you know when those are made active. Some have a quantity of one and some have, I think there's one that has a quantity of three, one that has a quantity of six, and then I think six, three, two, and then the rest are quantity ones. So let me get in here because I can't see anybody yet. We're moving some stuff around and whatnot. All right, can we hear Uncle Doug?
Hello.
I think so. Okay, can hear Uncle Doug. That's amazing. Our theme is Fairy Frolic today. I'm very excited. I'm trying to get into this stinking live here. Okay, it's loading. There we go. Hi, Lisa, Peggy, Glenna, Lynn, Carlene, Kathy, Janet. They say Glenna, Connie. Looks like we have quite a few ladies in here with us right now. There's lots of jewelry that I have not even completely set out yet, but you guys saw it photographed. And I'm very excited. Fairy themes aren't typically my go-to, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. So we went with some fairy themed things, kind of like a rustic fairy. You guys can still tell that's kind of my style because it's more of the rustic, but I tried to, there we go. That looks better. Tried to give you guys a little bit of a different theme today and did some painting. So I'm excited for that. Looking good, looking good. Uncle Doug picked out the big loot giveaway today. So let me show that before we dig in. I was trying to mess around with Ethernet this morning and getting cameras switched around and then wanted to do like the Zoom feature. But to do the Zoom feature, I needed to have the app on my phone into the app, and then the quality wasn't great. And it was just like a whole bunch of back and forth to nothing. So, oh well, we'll figure that out a bit later.
Looks good now, Corey.
Yes. Um, but I don't have the Zoom feature that I was trying to get. But this is the big loot giveaway. You guys know the drill. You love react to the live demo for a chance to win. As long as you have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com, this will be shipping to you. Look, there's a cute little, even little bead sampler thing in there. That thing's huge. We'll put that right in the center. And there's some really cool, I think this is Dakota stones. That's beautiful. Love that. So get your loves in, you beauties, and then we will draw at the end of the live for that. And then we do have some trivia that we'll go over with Uncle Doug today, and then we will bring him back in for that. Does that sound good, Uncle Doug? Okay. Uncle Doug's computer keeps crashing as well. So we are going to flop back over to my view and we'll mute his view in the meantime. But yeah, our internet's been wonky, our Wi-Fi's been wonky, our Ethernet's been wonky. His computer has crashed for the second time in the last 5 minutes. So lots of fun stuff. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you too. Love you guys so much. Ooh, those are cute little butterfly emojis. Where'd you get those? I don't think I've seen those ones yet. Those are adorable. Okie dokie. And like last minute, I brought in all my tools and whatnot. So we are cruising for a bruising. All right, let me get in here. I want to show you guys some of these filigree packs that I'm going to make active. So they will be right below, in the warehouse sale tab, they'll be right below the kits and the product that we're featuring today. So you'll just have to scroll down a little bit, but I am making them active as we speak. set as active. All right, there are 10 new product listings on vintageliveshop.com. They're all filigree samplers, and you guys will love them. So make sure you grab those. Some are super limited, only down to 1 pack. Some have 3, some have 2, some have 6, so on and so forth. But make sure you go steal a peek right now if you're worried that, one of them's going to sell out. And then I'll just give you guys a little bit of a sampling of those. I think this is the one that I have 6 of. Or no, this is the one I have 2 of. This beautiful filigree cross is in there. And I'm not putting these up on Carter. You guys can just go to vintageliveshop.com to see them. And you have this wonderful heirloom window filigree that I demoed with the fern necklace. What was it, last week or the week before? And then this beautiful floral filigree with the slight dap. That one's really cool. And then the Maltese filigree. So this one I only have, I think, 3 packs of. And then there's some really neat ones. So I'm just going to show you some of them. I'm not going to show them all, but I do want to show you a couple of the one-off ones. So this is one that you'll want to probably grab that I only have 1 left of. These are wrapping filigrees. Very limited. These are also, Jean said they're very expensive. So this one's probably a super good grab for you guys. Got your frog and lily pad. Mistletoe, it looks like. Some really cool wrapping filigree. So that's a one-off pack. And then there's a couple that I have. There's a pack that's dedicated to earring pairs for filigree, a pack that's dedicated to butterfly filigree. This one is kind of like bracelet themed filigree. So you have like your regal window and stuff like that, which are, perfect for bracelets. And I know how much you guys love shapes like this too. So I went ahead this morning and made a whole bunch of filigree packs. And if this is something you guys are interested in seeing more filigree samplers, I have a really big bin of like one-offs and things that I've been sorting through. Some I've been able to put back in stock, thankfully. Because I was going through that bin earlier and saw somewhere I was like, oh, we can actually add this to our regular stock, but some of them I couldn't. So those will be one-off versions on the website. So go take a peek. I'm sure they're gonna sell out super duper fast. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you too. I knew you were gonna grab it, Peggy. Peggy grabbed the butterfly pack. Love that. And I have a bunch more like different super cute like botanical things. Hi, Kimmy. And get your love in quick. Oh, good idea. Kimmy's popping in. She's on lunch. She wants to say hi, get her love in. She might have to dip, but I know she'll be watching the replay. And then she still wants to be entered for the Big Loot giveaway. So you are very smart for going ahead on that. All right, so make sure you go take a peek at vintageliveshop.com for those filigree sampler packs. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 out of the 10 listings left. Everything else has sold out within the 5 minutes I have made those active. So don't lose on the last 3. So that's funny. You guys are amazing. All right, let's get into some demo stuff. So I quit talking, doing too much of that. What do I want to start out with? Let's start out with the dragonfly earrings, because those are pretty simple. And then we'll dig into a trivia after this pair. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Uncle Doug has 3 trivias lined up, so one after this one after that one after that one. We might need one more trivia, Uncle Doug, if we want to do one after each design here. So what I was really hoping for was that zoom feature that I was going to be able to try out. Refresh your page, Stephanie. Refresh your page on vintagelifeshop.com. And if you scroll down 1, 2, 3 rows, you'll see them right on the front page. All right. So yes, about the zoom feature, I was hoping that I was going to be able to take my fingers and do the pinch zoom, but I can't do that because I'm in as a guest on my phone and not an actual device. So I'm going to try and figure out that later, but in the meantime, I'm just going to try and give you the best angles that I can that my camera, that my phone and phone stand and whatnot will allow. So super, super cute. We're going to bring up some bulk packs and the kit for these earrings. So these earrings do come in earring kit. So everything you need to make these earrings, ear wires, the Rivolis, the F20s, the Dragonflies, and the Filigree there all come in the earring kit for $20. Cart 100, because oh yay, it's back. So last week the cart thing was gone. It just completely disappeared and I forgot to even look at it, and this week it's back. So cart 100, thankfully we can see it this time, for the Dragonfly earring kit. Everything, jump rings, filigree, dragonflies, everything that you need to make these earrings comes in this kit. So you don't have to worry about going anywhere else, trying to find item numbers, etc., etc. So you're going to get 2 of those natural brass filigree. And pop that up there a little bit. You're going to get 2 dragonflies. These are east and west flying dragonflies. So you see their hole punches on 2 different sides. So that's why my dragonflies look like that. And then, of course, your F20s with your Rivolis, your jump rings, your ear wires, etc., etc. So for $20, you'll get everything you need to make these earrings. The one that you wanted is sold out. Oh, I knew those were going to sell fast. But hey, I have some filigree sorting happening right next to my live station. So I should be able to make some more. Hopefully, if the live goes pretty quickly today, hopefully I can get another round of filigree packs out there for those who unfortunately missed out on some of those. Okay, so simple designs. And as I go through each piece, I'm going to show you the bulk packs I have available. Let's start out with this natural brass filigree first. All right, the bulk pack for this filigree is cart 101, 14 pieces for $22. This is a stunning filigree. I also, on my Jewelry by Corian Instagram page, I have a close-up tutorial video on how to wrap a Rivoli inside of this piece as well. And I've done earrings with these before. I've done pendants with them before. I think those might be in my Virginia show box. So I did find one of the pendants that I did previously so I could bring it out and show you guys. But it's so easy. I know Lisa loved this one. Specifically this wrap and the tutorial video that was made for it. So, okay, most are sold out. So if I have time after the live today, I'll go in and try and add maybe like another 10 more or something. We'll see if I can make that happen. So cart 101, you get this beautiful natural brass filigree, 14 pieces for $22. And then you can also wrap your 12 millimeter crystals like this as well. Love it. So I'm just going to pop this one up here because that's from a little different live, but it's still pretty and I like to see it. So starting out with this, we're going to take our Corian's not your day today. Corian, it is not your day today. Corian, everybody say it. Corian, it's not your day today. All my paints just went all over the floor because my cart tripped over the rug. It's okay though. It's okay. We're just gonna do one of these. Forget it even happened. All right, so at the top here, I wanted to see these aren't very heavy at all, but I did want to take a little bit of the weight off, and then I wanted to shorten this up because I mean, though that is absolutely gorgeous, I didn't need all of it. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna cut right above this open part here. So we're gonna cut on either side to take off this top piece. There we go. And then you'll be left over with this cute little something you can do with, make it a charm, you can push it in together and make it kind of look like a paw. Cute. Make sure you file your edges if you're going to use that. And also file your edge on here. We have those really nice metal files on vintage.com that work super well with all of our metals: copper, brass, steel, pewter, you name it. That's a little pokey yet. I always rub my finger across any parts that I cut off because they get sharp and you don't want it to be sharp. So round it out. Corian, your day is going to turn the corner and be wonderful. I love you guys. Oh, really, Lisa? She has customers that send photos with the Rivoli wrapping when they wear it. I love it. Okay, we are positive. Trust me, we're positive. We're just gonna forget that even happened. But it's definitely not my day today. I'll tell you guys that. Okay, so after we cut that, we're not cutting any of the dragonfly, which, believe it or not, it's typically something I would do, but we don't. And you're gonna take that F20 that comes in there. I know we demo this all the time, but there's always new people, and it doesn't hurt to have some pre-finished Rivolis laying around. So I'm just gonna bring up two of the corners of the F20 there, slide my Rivoli in so it sits in the center, and then we're going to, my camera's a little close, fold down each of these sides so it secures it inside the filigree. This is one of our favorite wraps. It's also one of our most popular wraps. So it's always good to have a refresher every week on how to do them, especially for the ladies that are just joining in with us. There we go. I think Uncle Doug's getting his computer figured out finally because I had to mute him again. Okay, so now that that filigree wrap is done on our 12mm crystal, you're going to take one of these ERV 026s. It's that really beautiful solid brass earring or ear wire with the ball on there. We're gonna slide that onto our ear wire. I have to do it this way. Close that. There we go. Beautiful start. Then it's gonna come with 4 jump rings. Now listen to me when I say this. You're going to get 2 different sizes. You're going to get a small size and a big size. Okay. Your small size is what's going to be used to connect your F20 to your filigree here. The big size is what you're going to use for the Dragonfly. Okay, whatever you're doing over there, don't do it anymore, Uncle Doug, because now I'm getting errors brought up on my thing. We're going to ignore it for now, and hopefully it doesn't restart this stream. I can understand wanting to mute. You're so funny, Peggy. No, I have to because his computer makes a really loud noise sometimes, like a fan. So to avoid that. Anyway, this is a larger size jump ring. We're going to open it here. We're going to take our Dragonfly, our solid brass Dragonfly. We're going to string it onto that jump ring. And then what you're going to do is you're going to string it here and back up through this hole. Okay. So we're going to bring it up, string it through the hole, whether it's front or back stringing, whatever's easiest for you. Or you could string the jump ring first. So you see how it's coming back up out of that top part? That's what we want. Let me grab my other pliers here so I can close this jump ring. Oh, I have to thread it back through though, of course. Because why wouldn't I? I can hear myself whispering in the other room. Okay, hold on. Let me just string the jump ring first, I guess. Because I'm just fumbling this in my hands. Then string the Dragonfly. Close. And sometimes I close with just one plier first, so it gets it pretty closed, and then I'll come in and fix it with the other plier, make sure that she's sitting pretty good. So your top hole and then the hole right below it is going to host your jump ring, and then that will let your Dragonfly sit super, super pretty. And then you're going to take that small jump ring that comes in the pack. I'm going to string that to the top part there. Good thing there's enough room for it. Now we're going to take our F20 with our ear wire, that together, close. Voila. Finished earring. Finished earring. And I also have that Dragonfly in a bulk pack. So let me go grab that as well. So the Dragonfly bulk pack is going to be cart 102, solid brass Dragonfly. You can get 14 pieces east flying, 14 pieces west flying, or 7 of each for a total of 14 pieces. So you can get east, just west, or both east and west in one pack. So you can choose those either in live shop, vintageliveshop.com, or if you type the cart number in parentheses into the comments and hit enter, it'll prompt your Facebook Messenger app to create a cart for you, and you can check out straight from Facebook, which is super convenient, I know. But sometimes people aren't comfortable with that, and that's totally fine. You can visit vintageliveshop.com, and that will have all of the measurements, base metals, whatever information you may need. And if there's something in there that you need to know, you can email me, warehouse@vintage.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But aren't those gorgeous and super easy to make? You're just cutting this top part off, attaching your jump rings, and then doing like that super simple filigree wrap with the 12mm Swarovski Rivoli for your connector piece. Absolutely stunning. Love, 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 love. Love so much that you're gonna want to love react to the demo today for a chance to win that big loot giveaway at the end. You do not have to be present to win, but you do need to have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com to claim it. All right. Is Uncle Doug ready for a trivia? Maybe. Okay, let's bring you on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You're muted. I don't have you muted. You're muted yourself. Because I can't hear you. Yes,
Can you hear me
much
now?
better. Yes.
Wow, I mean, what a deal. My computer's like crashing every time, and it looks like switcher's scratching it.
That stinks.
Oh, that does stink. But I'm almost ready here. I've got a little bit of a trivia to pick up.
Okay, so Uncle Doug's got some really cute trivia gifts for today. So the winner of the trivia is going to win a mini loot. That's what I'm going to call them. I'm going to call it a mini loot because it's
Yeah,
not as
that's a mini.
large as our
That's
big
a
loot.
good. That's a good thing to call it. Mini loot.
Yeah, you're going to win a mini loot, which is going to have some findings in there, maybe some bezels, some filigree, some little charms, blanks, you name
Lots of
it.
goodness.
Yes.
Lots of designing goodness.
Thanks for loving and sharing, Peggy. You're such a sweetheart. All right, so Uncle Doug's going to give us a trivia question, and then the first person that we see in our comments to answer the trivia question wins the trivia giveaway. And then to claim the trivia giveaway, you just have an open order with us on vintagelifeshop.com. We're going to ship that to you in your order for free. So, and remember, it's always free shipping on vintagelifeshop.com. Every day, every item, etc., etc. So take advantage of no shipping costs on vintagelifeshop.com because that is unheard of. Unless you're meeting like a certain threshold or something, like no, it's every order, every product, free shipping. So, all right, do we have a trivia
I've
picked
got a
out?
question. I have a question.
What's
What
that?
does QR in the expression QR code stand for? I know it's what's needed really bad right now. What does QR stand for?
R. Ooh, the girls are saying it's not very many, Uncle Doug.
It's not very many. Oh, I can change that.
It's a really, really good opportunity for you ladies to make some extra cash and then spend some more
I
money at
can't even paste this
Vintage.
trivia question. My main computer died again,
It's
and I
okay.
can't paste the question.
That's okay.
But what is the QR in QR codes? What does it stand for? It's what's really needed now.
I'm going to go grab a drink while you're doing that. But we can still
Okay.
chat because I still have my AirPods in.
Well, I can't tell. I have to load up a browser here real quick and oh boy, we are a pair today. It's just nothing seems to be going right.
That's what I'm saying. Today is not our day.
Oh, but the snow is melting. The skies are blue. It was beautiful outside. I went out to check the mail earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal blue skies,
I think it's supposed to
sunny.
be
The
like
snow's
60
melting.
later this week.
Oh, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous.
All more reason for me to get out of here early, but it does not seem like our
Yeah.
internet is wanting us to do that.
Well, I don't know about the internet. It's like I don't know. I'm just getting all sorts of hardware problems,
All right,
and
so we do have a
yeah.
few responses.
Okay, now I have to let me go see. Let me see, and I don't have my YouTube up, like so I can't tell from YouTube, unfortunately. But let's see who is the first one I can see, and I'm checking this on my phone.
That's a Coke opening, by the way.
It looked like oh boy.
No, Peggy.
Peggy,
Friday the 13th was worse for me. Who won?
Well, it looks like Peggy had one word of it, and then Kathy right below had the full thing, which was what was QR. So Peggy was really quick with the quick, but Kathy Commager had the quick response, which was the full one. So
Good job, Kathy.
we're looking for quick response. A little doodle here. If I can quickly respond with that.
Amazing. So Kathy wins this really cute loot, which I'm sure she will have her order in if it's not in already, because she's really good about making sure she claims her trivias, which that's a lot of really great stuff right there. So
Okay, here we go. Here's her doodle.
it's a a garden
That's a
hose.
water garden hose.
Love it. Love it. Love
So
it.
I'll be back in a second.
All right. Bye bye. Okay. Good job, Kathy. Diane just had 90-degree weather. So did my parents. And I'm so jealous. Oh, and then my cousin has the audacity to be like, "Oh my goodness, there might be a tornado here." And I was like, "Oh, do you want to switch for the 6+ inches of snow we got here? I'd rather it be 80 and storming with a tornado warning rather than getting all this snow in the middle of March." But no, it was funny. All right. Good job, Kathy. I'm going to pull this over to the side here, and then we are going to bring up our next demo for the day, and we are going to do our very cute wood fairy necklace. I had a special request to add the wood fairies, so here they are this week, and I wanted to do a little bit of design with it. It is super duper cute, and let me pop up the Carter for this. So the necklace kit does come with everything you need to make this necklace. It comes with the leather, it comes with the crimps, the clasp, the jump rings. It comes with the copper twisted wire for the galactic bead, which is also included. It comes with the filigree used to wrap around the wood fairy, and it comes with the wood fairy, of course. Like I said, everything you need to make this kit comes in this listing, cart 103. So type cart 103 in your comments. It'll prompt your Facebook Messenger app to create a cart for you, and then you can check out straight from there. If you're not comfortable checking out on Facebook, totally understandable. Check out on vintagelifeshop.com. All right. Oh, I'd rather have a tornado for sure. Jeepers Creepers is right. This one. Yep. I know. I'm telling you, today just it's just whack. I know. Okay. So we have on screen the necklace kit, cart 103. I am going to take that down so I can show you guys the bulk packs for this, which I do have the wood fairy pack in bulk. So cart 104, 6 pieces, $20. It is a high quality UV print on Baltic birch wood. Super cute. The back has been stained already. So this is like a finished piece, comes jump ringed. Love it. So you could just throw this on a chain if you really wanted to, but I wanted to spice it up just a little bit. So we're gonna leave one of those up there. And let's go to our next bulk pack. Our next bulk pack is that F103 filigree. You guys know I use this all the time. It is so versatile. And if you have run out, which I would not be surprised if you have with how many times we have demoed with this piece, cart 105, 5 pieces for $20, the beautiful natural brass filigree. This just complements so many pieces and encases them so beautifully. That's front and the back. Love it. Put that down. And then I do have a crystal pack today. So the crystal pack is going to come with 5 of these, which are what I used in the designs. That's as many as I used in all the designs. So you get 5 of those. I only have 4 in my hand. I don't know where my other one went. And then you're going to get 2 of the Galactic Crystal Bead Swarovski. This is B1 inspired plastic. And then you have the 2 Swarovski 12 millimeter Rivoli. So you're gonna get 2 of those, and 5 of these really beautifully detailed. So it's a little hard to tell with the detail right away. It's kind of like an ivory tone, very gorgeous. But when it's painted, you guys, let me show you these real quick before we demo them. How insane are those when they're painted? They're so beautiful. They're perfect for painting. So make sure you grab the crystal pack. You're going to get the beautiful galactic bead, which is Swarovski. You're going to get the 12 millimeter Rivoli, which is also Swarovski. And then you're going to get 5 of those beautiful patterned beads. Okay, so that crystal pack, cart 106, 9 pieces for $28. All right. Think that's all of the bulk packs that I have available for this. The kit does come with that beautiful twisted copper wire. This retails for, I think, over $1 a foot, so you'll definitely want to get the kit for sure, just so you get a little sampling of it. And then if you love it, you can buy the spool of it or the round of it, whatever it comes in. I don't remember. Okay, let's get into some design here. So let's start off with our little fairy here. So I'm going to take off the JR45, probably JRV45, looks to be solid brass. And then you're going to need your F103. Now this, I wanted to line up to where you can see there's a hole. Actually, let me grab my beetle here. A little bit easier to show you. So there's a hole right here that I'm lining it up with. So that hole, you can see through it. That's kind of where I line it up. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty close to flush here on this side as well as on the bottom. So just line it up to where you can still see that hole, because we're going to utilize that a little bit later. Okay. And then what I did here, if you don't have tools, you can do it this way. Yeah, you can smell the forest floor with this set. Yes. They are super, super cute. Okay. So what I did here, I'm going to stand up and look a little funky myself, but I just curved it up like this. Gets you pretty dang close to where you need to be. You just hold your piece together and use the table to your advantage. I'm probably going to do this one a little bit more here. I mean, what the heck? Seriously. Oh, can I do that with the sides too? Let's test it. The sides might be a little bit harder because they're a little thicker and a little smaller surface, but you can still get it pretty dang close. But I am like notched up right to the sides. And then we're going to take this piece, fold it up. Same on the other side. We're going to fold, well, actually folding down, I should say. You're folding it down. You can grab these little inner tabs too, like right here, and kind of shift them up a little bit, which will make this top point go down a bit more. Same on this side. I'm just gonna pull those up, and then that's gonna push my tip down. Love that. On this side, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna push up it right next to that wood. Beautiful. And then we're gonna fold that over. Gorgeous. Do that back on the other side. So I'm gonna fold this up with my pliers just a little bit more. Get me just a tiny bit closer to the wood side. And push that up a bit more. Might have to take my hammer to this just a little bit. That's what I did on my other piece. Okay, that's looking pretty good. To get it super, super, super tight knit, I'm gonna get you at an angle here. Doo-doo-doo. Hopefully that doesn't look super weird. I'm gonna grab my 4-ounce hammer. I'm just gonna put it up on its side and give her a few taps on all sides. I mean, what's it gonna do? It's wood. Okay, beautiful. And then I might see if I can. I'm gonna grab some of my other pliers. I like these long, round pliers because I can stretch them out. Hold on, like this, and it gets super wide here. Not as wide as, or wider than my chain nose pliers. Because if I could, I would do it like that, but that's pretty tight. So I come on top with the other pliers here, and I'll hook, and I'll just pull them in just a little bit more on both sides. And we'll try and roll that down a little bit, crimp her down. Beautiful. So now she's encased in that wonderful F103 filigree. Love that. And then we're going to do a hole punch. Now, what I did here, I know it might seem a little silly, but hey, it worked for me. So I went through the back here, make sure that my hole, I can still see my hole through that hole. So that's good. That means that all I need to do is punch from this side. Now it's a little hard to see where your hole's at. So I came from the back and I tried to make like a little mark where it potentially would be punched through. And then I'm gonna kind of line that up a little bit. You can probably, ooh, you have some leather stuck in there. Can probably line it up. There we go. Put this hole as well to make sure that it's going in the right spot. That's gonna be approximately there. Let me just do it and see where we're at. I'm just kind of gonna guess a little bit. Yeah, perfect. This is where parallel pliers would be useful. Yes. Now I can see my hole. I need to poke out whatever that is stuck in there though. Me. Ooh, that might be some of my metal. So instead of poking it out, I'm just gonna extend it and see if that'll push it through a little bit. Yep, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Then you'll have a JR40 that's gonna come with. You can use the JRV 45 if you wanted to, but I really liked the way that the JR40 looked. So one of those will be included, but for just a little bit of a change, what it looks like, I'm just going to string that on. So it's still the solid brass version. And then we're going to get into the wire wrapping here to make a loop for these. I'm going to switch that back over. Extend your twisted copper wire, which super, super cool. Love that. We're gonna make a loop. Now, these pliers for looping are really nice because they are marked with numbers. Love it. So I'm gonna start a little bit down my wire length here because I want to make a wrapped loop So I'm gonna sit around, let's say like the 4 mark. Yeah, that seems right. I'm gonna be on the 4 here. And I'm gonna pull my wire end down and up next to it like this. So it's crossing. And then I'm gonna take this shorter piece here and I'm gonna wrap that around to secure my loop. And you can do that with your chain nose as well. You just grab the end of your chain nose and then pull that around. Get yourself a really nice coil. You can do it 2 times, you can do it 4 times, you can do it 3 times, 6, whatever. Whatever you want, however many little coils. I'll probably sit around there. I'm a big number 3 girl. Number 3 is my lucky number, so we'll sit around that 3 mark for here. Okay, I'm gonna squish it just a tiny bit. So we want to tuck the tail. Ooh, if this wire will quit twisting on me. I love it. Twisted wire twisting. Who would have known? Okay, that's looking about good. I can pull this loop up a little bit and make it a little more straight. Okay, gorgeous. And you want it a little bit large enough so you can string that leather through. What I'm gonna do is slide on our galactic bead. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna have quite a bit of this left over, but that's okay. I'm gonna come back to that 3 mark, or 4. Did I say 4 or 3? Let's see here. Maybe it was the 4 mark. 4 mark. Mark 4. I'm gonna make a loop here. And pull it just a bit more. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna make it a little bit higher because I want my coils to go down. So I just adjusted it a little bit. I'm gonna hold this side. I'm actually gonna take off some of this. So I'm working with a little tail and not this huge thing that's sitting off to the side there. All right. Pinch and wrap around. Pinching both sides of the loop helps it so it doesn't twist and twirl too much while you're working with it. It keeps your loop shape. All right, I'm gonna tuck that tail once I cut it. Beautiful. So this is what we're looking like. And then if you end up like this, that's fine. I do it all the time. So this here is gonna stay vertical. I'm gonna do it this way because I like this side more. So vertical is this way, and this loop needs to go horizontal. So I'm gonna hold the one loop and the other loop, and I'm gonna twist. So one side's horizontal and the other side is vertical. Let me make that a little more straight there. So vertical, horizontal loop, your little galactic bead. I'm gonna twist it like that. Looking good. Your JR40, or if you're going to keep the JR45, the JRV45, totally okay. I'm going to string that one on the bottom. Close that. And then your little leather sampling. This is, I like to keep the wider part of the crystal closer to the pendant. So it kind of looks like it's coming straight up and then going to a T. And then your leather, you're going to get some of this beautiful suede leather. It's like a charcoal gray, which I thought was beautiful for this. I'm going to slide that through for your leather part. And then you'll use your crimps, which are included for your leather ends. And you would put your leather in the leather crimp like this, squeeze down with your pliers so it gets it nice and flat, and then you'll fold over each one of these sides so it encases the leather like this. So you'll fold over a side, fold over the other side, and then your leather's good. But that's all for that kit. Let me bring the kit part back up because I have had the bulk packs up for a minute. So the necklace kit is cart 103, 13 pieces for $20. Everything you need to make this kit comes in the pack. Where is the parallel plier? Oh, 4? What's 4? Oh, 4, like 4 coils. Is that what you're talking about, Peggy? Because I was saying 3 coils are typically what I did for mine. I think I did do 4 on the one. I think I did 3 down here and then 4 up there. And then this one's 4 up there, 3 down here. That seems to be it. Yeah. Cart 103 for the necklace kit that comes with everything you need to make it. By the way, if you spend over $100, you get a little gift from me. It could be something that I've made in the demo, like this. It could be some production that never went into actual production. So like samples, painted things, you name it. But yeah, grab the fairy kit, and then we need to bring Uncle Doug back on here for another trivia, and then I can take a minute to get the rest of my stuff ready. So let me bring him on. Hello. You muted yourself again.
I did that because you were saying I was making noise when I was coming back in.
No, you're fine.
And the last thing I want to do is be noisy.
Well, now I can hear you, so I think it's perfect.
Okay.
All right, our next trivia is another mini loot. Hold on, let me just do this. There we go. Mini loot. Some bead caps, some little bindings in there, jump rings. There's like a piece of filigree, flower. Ooh, there's one of those woodland leaves. I actually want to take that out of here, but I won't.
Don't
Just
do
because I
that.
know we're running really low on stock of that one. But totally okay. Whoever gets this trivia, you are a lucky ducky because that leaf is a hot commodity right now. So your little mini loot. And then Uncle Doug will have a trivia here in a minute.
Yes, he does. He's going pretty much ready.
Oh, I used 4 on the pliers. That's right. Thanks for clarifying, Peggy. So make sure you get the trivia right so you can get this mini loot. And
Are
tell
we
your
ready for
friends.
trivia?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. Which wireless technology is named after a Viking king? Boom.
All right. Which wireless technology is named after a Viking king? Huh. I'm curious. My mom would probably know this one, actually. She's big into Viking stuff. Thanks, Amanda, over on YouTube. She goes, "That's so pretty." I know you guys can't see her comments, or my Facebook ladies can't see her comments, but if I pop them up on the screen, you can. Ooh, Kat's over on YouTube too. Same
Yeah,
girlfriend.
Lucine's over there as well.
Yeah, we got hit pretty good with the snow. I couldn't even come. Well, I mean, if I really, 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 really wanted to step through 3-foot snowbanks and whatever else and drive on ice, I probably would have been in Monday, but I was not in Monday because the weather was so crazy. Uncle Doug made it in Monday though.
She did.
He also lives probably what, half an hour closer than I do.
Not quite,
Yeah.
but a good 20 minutes,
Oh,
maybe
for
15
sure.
minutes, right? 'Cause I still have to drive 10 miles out here, right?
Because it takes me about 40 minutes to get to here from my house.
Okay, I think I see Amanda over on YouTube with the first answer.
Hold on, let me see it for context. Ooh, there she is. Amanda Hogan. She's our
So,
Canada girl, right?
yeah,
So Amanda, I'm just gonna include this in your stash shipment, the the whole thing that we do. So we hold a couple of, since she's international, we hold a couple of her orders before we end up shipping. So we'll just throw this in your order, Amanda, because I know you have several open. He is a trooper. All right, hold on. I need to do Amanda's little platform. There we go. Good job, Amanda. All right, so Uncle Doug, you're coming back over here, and then sounds good. Bye bye. Amazing, amazing. Good job, Amanda. Okay, let's get into our last full necklace kit, I think. Yes. This is also a full necklace kit. So everything that you need to make this necklace comes in the kit, cart 107. 13 pieces for $20. Grab it, get it, you'll love it. Specifically because this leather is amazing. It's so cute, it's so vibrant, and I know Peggy's not a big red fan, but red looks fantastic with verdigris and copper. But this leather is super cute. It's nice and thin. I love it. It's perfect for tassels. You guys will love it too. So the leather is only available in this kit for now because I don't know how much of it I'll be able to use. That one, I think. Oh, her little doodle.
I forgot.
That's okay. Ooh, I'll just put under here. There's your doodle, Amanda. Uncle Doug. Nice big green leaf.
Spring leaves.
Spring leaves. Yes, wishful thinking for sure. This one. Yes. And then I need these ones right here. Those are my next ones. Okay, so you're gonna get this really cool mandala piece. I think it's called viola scroll work, I think is what we call it, or something like that. This is you guys know the P0020, I think. P0020. Yes. So this piece, the mandala, actually is really dang close to this other piece that I know you guys love. So just imagine, well, just don't imagine because I'm going to show you. So like, look at how beautiful that is. So this is the P0020, which is the open, the open version. And then the version for this kit is the closed version. So it's got this really pretty flower there, but it's like, it's the same piece, just with the flower in there. Super cool, huh? Oh, wait. Hold on. We got to pop up Peggy's comment here. Wait. Announcement here. I love this necklace, even with the red leather. See? Okay. I did something with red that Peggy loves. So that, you know what? Forget anything bad that happened today. That just makes my whole day, my whole week. But it's so fun and I love it. And I'm not, you know what, Peg? I am not a super big, I love coppers, but red is really hard for me to work with, but it just worked with this necklace. So I'm kind of with you there. So the natural brass, mandala, framed floral, flower, viola scroll work, whatever you want to call it, comes in that kit. Then you get your two beautiful ivory colored patterned beads. Love those. You get some white leather. Love that. This one is much thicker than this one, but we are doing something with it, so stay tuned. And then you're going to get some more of that copper twisted wire for this little part down here. All for 20 bucks. Cart 107. Is the closed version on the retail site? Yes. Yes, it is. It is P355. Now let me see. I'm gonna type it in now. P355. It might be 335, but let me just hold on. Hold on. P355. Booyah, Corian. Booyah. All right. I am putting that in the comments there for you, dear. Otherwise, do I have that in a bulk pack? I do. So you know what, Peggy? Save it. You're going to want to get the bulk pack. Cart 108 because it's discounted. 5 pieces for $20. Otherwise, if you want to buy it over on the retail site, if you don't want all 5 pieces, you can go get 1 piece on the retail site for what, $8? Or you can get 5 for 20. So pick your poison. I'm not mad either way, as long as you still get to make this necklace. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Okay. Who wants to start out with painting? I do. Let's start out with painting. We're going to grab some of our verdigris blue in antique and some of our metallic copper in antique. We're going to shake the living heck out of these. You need to shake your paints consistently. Consistently. And yeah, this is what fell earlier, guys. My whole paint stand thing. Just paints everywhere. Paints everywhere. But I did have what I thought was extra paint palettes over here, but I do have some silicone mats, so that'll do for now. If I get any color on my background, I can just take it off. Okay, so we're going direct from the nozzle. Of course. Filigree blue, direct from nozzle. Okay, doot. Doot, 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 doot. Drag. Drag some more. This one's a little bubbly. I think I got some air in my paint that's been holding in there. Verdigris blue. Just paint the whole thing direct from nozzle. Don't even squeeze. Just let the paint come out. Because you don't want to squeeze and then have too much. Okay. Love it. Do that. I'm going to hit it just a tiny bit with my heat gun to see if I can get some of these, so I don't have to sit there and try and pop all those stinking bubbles. I just want to see if I can just do like a little hot blow and see if that'll do it. Oh, if I can get this stupid thing plugged in. Oh, there we go. Hit it. Ooh. I don't want to dry it, but I don't want to dry it all the way. I just want to get some of those bubbles out of there. That worked really good. And we're going to take that bead all, and they're just, oh, well, it was there. There was one little bubble left that I was going to get with the bead all, but it ended up popping. So that worked out super great. You've never seen it before? Heck yeah, girlfriend. We've had it for a long time. Long time. But you know what? So what's really amazing about these lives, as I'm letting this dry just a little bit, I'm not going to let it completely dry by the time I put my anti-copper on there. But what's really, really, really cool about these lives and the demos that Jean, myself, Ainsley do is that there are pieces that you probably don't know that we have that we've had for a long time. And there's probably pieces where you're like, this is really cool, but I don't know what I want to do with it. And these lives were able to showcase some pieces, like old pieces that we've had for a long time that you guys might not know, or things that aren't used a whole lot. We get to show you guys how to use those pieces and that they're even available. That's what I love the most about these lives, is that we are able to speak with you directly and show you guys how to use our product. I'm going to unclog my copper here with a little head pin. Ooh, she's starting to bubble. I definitely had a temperature change or something that made my paints bubble. Okay, so we're gonna do little tips of this. So to start, I'm gonna hit it just a drop right here, here on each of the flower tips on the inside. Drop, drop very quickly. I don't want like a whole lot of paint coming out of my antique copper. And then right above it, I'm gonna do more drop, 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 drop. Ooh, I actually went on a missed one on there. Drop, drop, drop. And pop that bubble. Pop. There's a bubble there too. Pop. And then we're gonna go right in the center. Pop. I'm gonna drag that around just a little bit. Pop, pop. I'm gonna push that in the inner circle of that. And then I'm gonna take my paper towel, just a little sliver of it. I'm gonna use it to soak up just a tiny bit of this Filigree, which is gonna help pull my copper around a little bit. So I'm just gonna come around, just very light taps around, just pulling that color in, moving it around, blending it just a little bit, but not too much because I really like how vibrant these look on top of each other. Just moving some of that around, kind of applying it to where there wasn't paint. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then we're gonna hit it with the heat gun. I'm gonna bring the ice up a little bit for that. And then while you're doing this, grab out, you're also gonna need your hematite color. So make sure you grab that as well. And I think I want to add a little more copper to this. So I'm looking a little dull on that. So I'm gonna go in with a little another coat that I can spread around a little bit. And we're going to take that paper towel that I just had in my hands and put down somewhere where I don't know where it went. Does anybody else do that where they're like, I just had something and now I don't know where it's at? I probably threw it in the garbage and I didn't even know. Just kind of out of habit, like Chuck. Something. Oh, that was weird. I think ice is falling from the roof. It gives off a weird noise. Ooh, I need to soak up a little bit more of that copper. I might have put a little too much. Okay, that's relatively close. Yeah, that's definitely what I did because I just did it there. I took it and tossed it right into the trash. Okay. I'm also going to cut this top loop off too. Top loop. Top loop. Looking pretty good. Be careful when you handle your metal after using the heat gun because it does get hot. Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to get my snippers ready because we're going to take this top loop off because we don't need it. You can do a little touch test to see if it's too hot for you to hold yet or not. It is still pretty dang warm. So cut that off, and then we're going to take a file to this. There's a pretty good chunk there, though, that I can probably snip off. Okay. File. Smooth. Good to go. Get your relief block. Bring out some of that brass underneath, some of that brass detail. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So pretty. I could probably bring out a little bit more of that. And I go around the edges, highlight those. Beautiful. Oh, yes. That's a stunner. This is a stunner. Okay, let me put this back on the necklace kit version. I think that's the one. Yes. Okay, now we need to paint our beads. Now that we have this painted, let me shift this over just a little bit there. Okay, for the beads, you're gonna need metallic copper in the antique and hematite, which is metallic gunmetal in antique. Grab a mini paintbrush, bristle brush. Of course, I'm looking for that paper towel again, but guess what? I know that I threw it away this time, so I'm not going to waste my time. All right, we got that dried up, and then let me bring over a little silicone mat here. Hey. Okay, we're gonna start with our metallic copper color. Let me just use another silicone mat down here. All right, so metallic copper. Maybe I can use the same one. Yeah, that should be fine. It should be fine. You can hold it. I'm sure someone's got a really cool hack on painting beads, but I kind of just kind of lay it there, and then I'll do the top half, and then after the top half dries, I'll do the bottom half. But I'll get pretty dang close to the bottom half. Okay, Gorgeous. For that one, I'm just gonna do one. I don't need to do two. Let me dry this real quick off to the side. Or maybe if I can get it like down here so it's not drying out my paint. Okay, be okay for now. Get your other side painted up. I do them in a very sloppy way, but it's not sloppy. It's like sloppy with intent to make it look like it's hand done. Not the hand done things are sloppy, but do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? There we go. Let me put that up there while I dry here. Thanks, Rosie. I'm opening up. Or no, let's shake it first. I'm gonna shake my metallic gunmetal, which is also hematite. Okay. Put a little dap on there. Nice and unclogged one. Okay. You don't need a lot. You see that? I mean, this tiny dot, you probably don't even need that much unless you're doing multiple. Unless you're doing multiple, but very, very little amounts. I'll like kind of mix it with my copper, but take some off my brush. And as lightly as you can, just stain the copper with the hematite. Like I said, not too much, but enough to get it to take on just a little bit of a deeper antiqued color. Gorgeous. Come down on the side a little bit. Maybe just tiny bit more here. And I mean, like, I'm using the smallest amounts. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Put that back in my thing there. And you have this gorgeous bead with like a little, see, it gives off like a little bit of a purpley gray, but copper at the same time. Very detailed. You can paint the inside too if you want, but I didn't care to do that myself. All right, your tassels. You're gonna cut 3 sections. I don't want to do that with this section of leather that I have. So I'll demonstrate. You're gonna fit all 3 sections through whatever bottom hole you have. I find that it's easy when you're using multiple sections or things that might be a little too big for the hole. You can poke them through with your bead awl, and it makes it easier. So you're gonna cut 3 sections, which is gonna give you a section on either side. So one section actually turns into 2 of your tassel. You're gonna do that 2 more times. And then you have your copper wire here, like this. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I feel that it's important that you guys see this. Let me just gauge how long I'm cutting these. All right. Let's just say I don't want to use a whole bunch, but just like say that's plenty there. So I'm not using a whole bunch of leather. Okay. That's about how long I want my tassels. So I'm going to cut 2 more sections, approximately that same length. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can always trim at the end. Stick it right there. All right. 3 sections of your red leather. And then we're going to poke that through. So that's tassel number 1. Poke that through, which is tassel number 2. We're going to do one more. I'm going to pull these kind of off to the side so I have a little opening for this last one to go through. My bead all is bent, so trying to work around that. And our 3rd tassel is through. So all 3 turn into 6. You're going to pull them to be around the same length down here at the bottom. Ooh, hanging the beads on a wooden dowel is very smart, Deborah. Very, very smart. All right, so I'm going to get my placement here, make sure that they're lining up. Looks good. Grab your copper wire, and we're going to make a little notch here. This is going to cup your leather to start wrapping it. So I like to do one of these, like a little hook. And then I'm gonna hook the leather that I have here. And then I will pinch my leather and my wire to the best of my ability. And then I'm gonna start kind of like pulling this that way, but I need to go more vertical here so I can wrap this around a little better. It takes a minute to get your handle on like the first 2 loops, but once you're done with those, then it's a breeze when you're wrapping this. Just make sure you get them nice and tight coils. I'm going to squeeze this one in a bit. I will say my coils on my other one I spent a little bit more time on, so those are going to look a little bit nicer. But we're going to speed race through this. Kind of like the separated look a little bit too. We'll hang out with that for now, just so you guys get the gist. And you can always squeeze them in together as well if you're a bit off. If you don't want to spend a little bit of time on it, which impatience can definitely get to you on these tassel projects. But I kind of like how unique it is when they are a little separated. I'm going to kind of grab from either side while tugging on my leather a little bit to push these up some. And then you can hammer them too if you want. Make them a little bit more flat. Let's just take a little. There we go. She's cute. And then you're going to take your white leather. You're going to want an X-Acto knife for this portion. which I have here. And you can cut this in half, which might be easier, or you can do the full strip. You're gonna get quite a bit here and measure. But the X-Acto knife is wonderful for the leather that's a little more thick. You're gonna want to put something underneath of it too. I don't want to cut my background. But I'm gonna go right down the middle the best I can. I mean, there's going to be some variation where I go off a little bit more to one side than the other side. But I liked how thin the red leather was, and I kind of wanted to match its thickness. See, I'm going a little thinner now. Ugh. You don't hold this right, and just be careful where your fingers are and where you're pushing, because you don't want to obviously cut your finger, but you just do the whole way down. And you can cut out sections too, because you're going to get plenty of leather for this. Like if you go off one side or the other, but I also double these and then knot them. So we went all the way down on that, which I probably could have only done a little bit, and sometimes it'll separate right away, sometimes it won't. So then I'll take my line after that, and then I'll go just deeper, and then the leather, since it's already cut there, it just follows, so you can go a little bit faster. And then you can split it. Okay, and then I'm gonna chop my leather a little bit up so I show you guys this technique here. Hopefully this is enough. I need to pull it apart a little bit. Okay, so now we have 2 strands instead of 1 strand of that leather, which is doubled up on this necklace. So we're going to take that painted bead here and we're gonna skip this middle one because I didn't want it hanging directly above. So we're gonna go through this hole and through this hole. We're gonna push our leather through. I'm gonna go from this side though. And use your bead awl to help you. And if you need to, you can also take so I did this too. My chain nose pliers to help you get through that initial hole. Squish, 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 squish. Just squish some of the air out of that leather, make it way thinner. For you to string it through the hole. Hopefully that's in the, oh shoot, I went down one. At least I said shoot. Okay. I'm gonna squeeze that through. Looks like it's pulling out the other side. I'm gonna hook that with my chain nose, maybe. I might have to push it through a little bit more. Or make it a little bit thinner, but I think that's pretty good. You can also take your bead awl and push it through here and make that opening just a little bit larger too, if you need a little extra help getting the leather through. I know this is shorter than the necklace, but this is just to show you and not to use like a whole bunch of leather. or a single turns into a double. Well, actually, this is a double already. So it actually turns into like quote unquote 4 pieces. And we're going to slide our bead on. This is going to go all the way down to the base. Okay. So you guys know how sometimes you guys see things when you're making jewelry? I saw a girl with pigtails with this piece. Speaking of seeing things in jewelry, like pigtails, love it. So we need to tie this. And it gets a little bit hard sometimes to tie super, super close to your piece. So I start my loop like way down low. And then I'll string my ends through, which will start to tighten a little bit, but I don't want it tight until my knot is all the way down by that bead. Poke that through a little bit more there. So I'm going to pull my knot down as I'm pulling these top strings because I want it tight to my bead. That looks good there. Leather, this obviously would be longer, like this version. Oh, it looks like my camera's a little dirty. Nope, it looks good. Okay, and then at the end here, you're gonna take your 2 leather strips and put them together in a crimp and fold down. Attach your JR20 to JR40 to clasp to 2 JR20s to crimp. Same thing on that side. You're going to take your 2 ends and crimp them together and fold over those 2 sides. And that's all for that necklace. We're cruising. You guys see her? Even if you make short leather pieces, you could add chain on both ends to make it longer. Ooh, yes. Very well said. Because I was I was thinking about doing that with this piece, but I ended up just putting like longer leather on it. But let's see here. Ooh. All right, something's hurting my leg here. I think I sat on like a clipping or something because it just that how? Now it's in my shoe. Okay. I have some thicker chain here that we can put up there, for example. Maybe we'll do this CH30. Oh no, maybe we can do this chunky chain because it's silver. Let's see. Since Stephanie's so smart, so smart, could do the shorter leather with some like chunky chain to go up from. Maybe a little less chunky. This would work, but you guys get the here. Let me give you a focal up here. You can put chain with it. Let's see if I can get this little something like that to extend it. Probably a little thinner, I'm thinking, than the big chunky chain. You could do like a CH30 chain though, which would be cute to extend it, but very smart. Probably different colors than what I have currently right now. Ooh, if you still have some of the gypsy chain, actually, that would be super pretty too. If you did some of the gypsy chain with that. Okay. Anyway, That's all for that necklace. Debbie. She is very late, but she's here. I love the pendant. Do we need to paint it ourselves or do they come painted? So you will paint it yourself, but Debbie, it's so easy. So easy. You can rewatch the live if you want, or watch the replay if you want like a super, in-depth thing on it, but it's really easy. You just need, very quickly before I bring Uncle Doug on again, you're going to need verdigris blue or verdigris, and then metallic copper or dragon eye. And then what you'll do is you'll paint your whole piece, this piece. You're going to do one full coat of the verdigris blue all over the whole piece. And then you'll take your antique copper, and where you see the antique copper on here, you're just going to add a drop to each of those spots, and then voila, done. Super easy to paint it. And I'm sure you'll love the technique on it, the demo. So boho, yes. Okay. Let's bring Uncle Doug on for this trivia so I can find whatever is poking my butt on this chair. It's like a little sharp piece or something that I can just, if I move a certain way, it just pokes me. But it's like I can't see it on the chair if I'm just standing here. Okay. So next mini loot trivia giveaway. Ooh, what are those? Are those some old ER20s? They are. Actually, they have like, yeah, I think that's our newer style, not our older style. But these were plated pre-packed from
Yeah, we're sneaking them in.
from our production. But cute. There's some chain in here. There's some stampings, which I could, yeah. Finished necklace, it looks like. And then a little bead pack. Cool. Of course, Debbie. Uncle Doug will have a trivia here for you guys while I'm looking for whatever's on my chair.
Yeah, I've got one somewhere.
Oh, I found it. It's a sliver. It was poking straight up out of my chair.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to remove it.
I'm sure Ian would love to pull a sliver out of my cheek. Those slivers that I get
Yeah,
in
I don't
my
know.
fingers are the worst. Like sometimes if I can't get them out, I'll cut them out of my fingers. Because they hurt so bad. Like the smallest things, I swear, hurt the worst.
That's specifically why I keep that little Swiss Army knife on my keychain, because it has the very sharp scissors
Oh,
and you can just
yes.
clip along your skin and pull
Yes.
every splinter out.
Yeah.
That's my tip of the day. Swiss
I
Army
do
knife.
that too. That's so good and so smart, though. It's not very often that I have to ask Ian to help with slivers in my hands, but once in a while, once in a blue moon, there will be one that I can't get, and then I'm just like, you'll have to dig this out.
Well, let me give a trivia question here.
Yes, ready.
This doesn't have to do with slivers pulling out of cheeks, but it does talk about back rub. So, which search engine was originally called back rub? That goes way back. Which search engine was original back rub?
Debbie, yes, YouTube is included for the giveaway.
Yep. Whoever gets there first, we try to. I got both open and I look to see, and again, it's whatever shows up on mine first, not what shows up on yours necessarily.
We have a couple ladies asking about our ER20 status. Do you mind filling them
Oh
in?
man, we're getting so close. So close we can taste it. And it looks like our winner is Lynn over on Facebook. Lynn with Google. Google with and we had Kat say yeah with a close second.
Good job, Lynn. So our ear wires are coming as soon as we can get them. Our supplier was on holiday for a month, and things just went a little south after us not really knowing that that was going to happen. So,
Yeah, I mean we we make the wire, but the problem is that the wire supply itself was a real issue for us. So we apologize for the delay, and we hope to have. We always have to get proof samples and everything, so hopefully that'll go well in the coming week, and we can get these out soon.
so that's our status on the ER20s, you everybody.
And others, we have like what do we have, Corey? There's 6 styles, I think, of wire that we're currently waiting on.
Yeah, so I'll pop on here. Um so we are getting our ER20s manufactured. We are getting our ER010s manufactured, which are those like longer arched ear wires. Our marquee ear wires, the ER001 style, the marquee like kind of has like that pointed top into the loop. That's also getting manufactured. It's really a shame that we haven't had our ear wires because we've been in dire need of them, but know that they are coming as soon as we can get them. If we could get them here tomorrow, we would do it, but it's just not feasible. All right, we'll see Uncle Doug over here and then we'll get into.
Wait, I got to show my little picture,
Oh, you didn't do that
right?
yet? Yes.
No, no, I know
Well, let
you
me
you
make you
want me
big
to do that,
again.
don't you? What?
I made you big again so you can show it.
I'm big again. Okay, just a minute. I had to get my other expressions out there. All right, let's see. Is that showing up?
May showers bring, or no,
April
April
showers.
showers bring May flowers. Ha ha ha.
Oh gosh,
May
I
flowers.
can't even with this new computer setup. I can't even get this thing lined up right. I guess you can see it okay though.
Yeah, it looks good. I can see the top and the bottom, so I think that's perfect.
Okay, all right.
All right, see you over here.
Yep. Bye.
Hello. I know there are so many people that are just, I mean, constantly asking us, and I totally understand. So we try and give you guys every time we get like an update, here's an update for you because everybody needs them. I need them. Oh, and our ER006s are also getting manufactured. It's the ER20 with the loop facing that way. I think, did your computer do its weird thing again? Because it unmuted and I muted you again, so you're fine. But this computer thing, you guys, has been such a pain in the butt. All right. Our last sampler, or last 2 designs for today. It's like, what the heck? And then try and do something with it. Yes, yep. Yeah. Have one more trivia. So never. We'll probably do we'll do our little necklace first and then we'll do our earrings. We'll do our necklace and then we'll do our trivia and then we'll do our earrings. And then we'll do our big loot giveaway. Amanda says it's worth the wait because she loves our ear wires. Seriously. Thanks for saying that, Amanda. I know. But, we're also not going to give you guys something that's not super high quality too, you know? It's just we want to give you guys the same quality that we offer through all of our products and whatnot. So just stay tuned. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, dokie. Let me bring up this necklace and earring sampler. Now, this is different from the kits because it does not come with everything that you need to make it, but it comes with all the focals, which is the most important things because you can find your own findings pretty easy. The leather does come with this necklace and earring sampler. So you will get this gorgeous, gorgeous girl, which she reminds me of my grandma Gretchen. So I have painted her hair red in this design down here. Give you a little close up there. A little ginger red, which I didn't do like this little piece, but maybe I should. I forgot to do that little piece. But anyway, you'll get her. She's absolutely stunning. You will get the filigree that we use to wrap around the back, which is the FO30 filigree. Love that. That's that webbed filigree. You'll get 3 of those ivory colored patterned beads. So you get 3 of those. And then you'll get 2 of these, which are used in the earrings, these hammered drop blanks with the slight dap. Very pretty. And you'll get your leather, which I have up here, and I split the whole leather on this. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. It's the same concept. I'll leave it split, even though it's not like fully split. But that's a really cool, like little detail there. Corian, how long do I have to order? Can I wait till Friday, payday? Of course. Yes, of course. Most definitely. And if anybody needs me, I know I've been in communication with a few different people about holding orders. If you need me to hold an order, let me know. Email me. I'll put a hold on your order until you say, okay, ship it, or give me like a date to ship it by, which is no problem, most definitely. So, Lynn, you're totally okay to wait. I probably would probably say I'll give you till like Monday, Tuesday, just before the next live, for sure, to claim your gift, your giveaway. All right, so I think that's everything for this pack. $20, cart 109 for the necklace and earring sampler pack, which you're getting your focals and your leather. All you need to do is add your own findings. So let me go through and tell you what jump rings I used right away. So JR45 here, and then you're going to come up, you're going to need 2 CE60s. These are the silver finish, so at the end of CE60 you can do -040. You need 3 JR20s, a CL0003, and a JR40. And then for the earrings here, you'll need 4 JR40s, 1 eyelet EY005, and or no, 2 eyelets because you have a pair of earrings, and then 2 of the ER011-040 ear wires, which are those shepherd hook ear wires. So all you guys need to do is add the jump rings, crimps, clasp, ear wire, and eyelets. Everything else comes in the pack, including the leather. So the only thing you're adding are findings because there's not any chain in these designs. All right, so same paint combination for these as we did for the other beads. So everything's that copper hematite mix or copper gunmetal mix, either way. or Dragonite, Hematite, or Copper Gunmetal. Oh, no problem, Lynn. We are totally understanding, for sure. Especially with the markets and how things are going in society today. All right, let me get this out here. I'm going to start with our beautiful girl. I'm going to take the relief block to her first. Don't forget to get your love reactions in, because I want to highlight some of that before I even get my paint on it. I'll make her nice and bright. And I wanted to show you guys, so this is like a little bit of a lighter piece, so I also wanted to show you guys like a little bit on a darker piece too. Oh, 20% battery. Why is this not charging? Okay. Hopefully I can get this done by the time that happens. Otherwise I have to switch it from Ethernet to normal from my phone, I think.
Are you using your block or are you plugged into something else?
Or plugged into this because the cable,
I mean, your charger for that?
I can't plug it in when this is plugged in. It didn't work when we did that, remember?
With the block?
The-
I thought it worked with the camera block.
Maybe. We can try that. Actually, I don't know where that cord's at. I don't think it's in my car. Okay, because I have my laptop plugged into my charger. I wouldn't have it plugged in there. It would be in my laptop bag if anything, but I have my block charger, but I don't have a cord for it. Or I have my block, but not a cord for it. All right. Anyhow, hopefully we can get this done in time. Let's grab our antique copper. And do a nice little sampling on her first, because we're going to do a copper coat, and then we're going to do a hematite coat. Then we're going to go in with a little bit more copper, and then be pretty good on that. So we can speed through this. Just getting those red tones all over this piece. First, don't want it to be super thick, so I'm going to drag some of this away from her face and her hair because I want all the detail there yet. All right, and then I can take my paper towel and I'll soak up a little bit by her face and by her hair. There we go. That's looking good first. I'm going to come in with a little bit of hematite. And do like a drop there and pull this around a little bit. And I have not dried my piece because I kind of want the colors to melt into each other. So just kind of like around, putting a couple dots. Okay, she's charging. That's good. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. No worries. Okay, now the phone's charging, so we don't need to rush through this. Uncle Doug came to the rescue. All right, getting some of that hematite kind of stained over there. Still avoiding her hair and her face. Sorry, it's a little dark. I can get like a different angle here for you guys to see. Okay. Oop. Maybe if I move this. No, that doesn't really help it much. Okay. You'll be able to see it when I'm moving my thing around. I'm gonna take a little bit of antique or the metallic copper off to the side here, because I don't have a lot of room. I want to make sure that you guys see. Let me dry her first. Dry, dry, dry. Okay. Bring some more of that antique copper up. Ooh, I don't want to pull it out, but I need to see where I'm going. I'm going to focus on her hair this time. I need to come down here a little bit too. Ooh, yeah. Maybe we'll put like a little bit in this flower. Just a tiny bit. Because I have some left over on my brush anyway. And then I'll soak up a little bit of that because I don't want too much there. I don't want it to overpower her hair, but just a tiny bit of color in that flower. There we go. So that's like the hematite outside with her hair, with the copper tone, and then I'm going to take the relief block to it, and then it's going to be magic. It's going to be magic, but let's take the heat gun to it first. Okay. And our relief block is going to pull some of her hair detail back out. I'm also going to be like trying to focus on some of these higher points. You have to be a little particular about where you're putting the block to get certain details to be exposed. So you'll notice that I use the corner of my block on some things because I don't want one part of it's relieved, but I wanted the other part relieved and whatnot. I'll focus a little bit more here. Okay. Oh, stunning. Beautiful. Give you that sheen look so you guys can see what the colors look like when it's bounced against some sun from side to side. Gorgeous. Okay. And you take your filigree here. This one is fun because you're going to be molding this to the shape of your woman pendant. So I'm going to do the same kind of technique. Make sure I have one kind of whole point when I'm kind of in the center here. And I'm going to do a little bit of folding, just so I can get the shape pretty nailed down of where I'm going to be curving these and pushing them in. That looks pretty good. For a start, I'm going to move this back. All right, I'm going to start folding some of these down while pulling up. So wherever there's like a little bit of a divot there, I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull it in, and then I'm going to fold it over. You pull that in just a little bit. Fold or roll over. I'm going to kind of skip that part. I'm going to go to the other side here because this side is pretty close. Fold and crimp. And then there's like a divot here, so I'm going to pull from the inside of the divot. So that's going to get me even closer to that curve of the pendant. There we go. Fold or roll it in on the corners. And pull that down a bit. It's just a lot of folding and maneuvering. Looks about good. I'm going to come back to this point and finish up over here. Pull those up and fold them over. All of the little corners there. And this one is double lapped, so I'm going to fold that up last and get her crimped down good. That's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to take my bench block, angle you guys. And a 4-ounce hammer. Put my piece up. Ugh, I wish I could angle you guys a little bit better here. Like I said, that zoom feature would be amazing right now. I'm going to hammer the top, hammer the side. I'm going to rotate it on each of those like more flat points of the pendant. I'm going to hammer down, get it nice and close. Oop, I think I pulled one out. Let's see. Yeah, I did. I pulled one out. So I'm going to come in and try and fold that back up. If I can't, then it's okay. Where's my big round, my big round pliers? You can grab on either side. What were the pliers that you were talking about? Are they called parallel pliers, Peggy? Which ones were you talking about? I just totally scuffed her. Oh well, I can go in with some paint afterwards. But I want to make sure that I get some of these points in a bit better. This is their definition of handmade. Get some good hammers down. Nice and tight. I actually kind of like what that did there. It brightens her up a little bit. All right. I mean, that's pretty dang close to exactly how I had it on the other one. And then you're going to take that hull, that existing hull, which I do, I can fit my bead all through it. And I'm gonna make enough room for that JR45 to pull through there. That looks good. If I needed to, I could clip some of that off and just leave it, but I do have, I thought, some here. I had to use it to take the pictures, so I know I have one here somewhere. Um, okay, well, I used a 45 regardless, so I'll use a 45 that's on one of these fairy pendants for now. You know, it's solid brass, but I'm not gonna waste time looking for it when it's the same size, just a different color. String that on. Parallel pliers. I look like her in my younger years, Peggy. Aww. Aww. I love that. My grandma was so beautiful, so I could only imagine. I could only imagine if you look like her too. You are absolutely just stunning. Okay, after that, we're going to take our leather here, string it through our jump ring, and take one of those beads as well. On the end here. String those through the bead. You can string them through one at a time, but I find that it's easier to get them both through at the same time rather than getting one through and then trying to get the other one through. Because if you get one when you're both coming through, it's a little bit easier to pull it through. Pull that all the way down. Your JR45 is going to still keep that tiny little hole in the leather there, but you can't like pull this up through the bead. So that's super nice. And then these sides go off like this. And you don't have to paint your bead. It's the same color combo as we did before. It's that you put the metallic copper on first and then just do a light brushing of the metallic gunmetal around to achieve that effect on that bead. I did that earlier, so I won't recover that, but if you missed that, you can watch the replay. On the end, it's a crimp, which is your CE60 size, 3 JR20s, a JR40, and a CL0003, all silver plated, which is your -040 at the end of your part number. Lovely. Well, that's it for this one. I do not have a bulk pack of the lady. Pretty limited on her. I think I have a total of like 12, maybe 12 pieces. I think I put 10 kits in there, so depending on the kit stock, I might be able to put a couple more in stock. And then I do have that bulk pack. I always forget to put the bulk packs up when I'm designing, but it means I'm just super, super focused on what I'm doing. So the filigree used to wrap the back of this is that webbed filigree. So I do have a bulk pack of that, cart 110. You can get it in solid brass or natural brass. I use the natural brass version for this design. More than welcome to use the solid brass version for this design if you wanted to. Otherwise, I do have I have a bunch of whatchamacallits design inspiration in the product listing for this piece in particular. So definitely pick up that filigree pack if you're not getting the kit, because I have used it a bunch. It looks a little fuzzy there on the screen. My screen looks normal, but the live screen looks really fuzzy. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that. I'm sorry. I'm hoping that it fixes itself here in a moment, but it's cart 110 solid brass or natural brass version for the webbed filigree that was on the back of this piece. Yeah, it's still really fuzzy, at least on my side. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. We're going to bring Uncle Doug on for one last trivia, and then we will get into the second portion of this Fairy Frolic sampler bundle thing. All right. Let me bring that down. Let's bring Uncle Doug on. Hello, Uncle Doug.
Hello.
It looks like the quality is coming back just a little bit.
Well, I'm still struggling with all this different hardware, so
I'm
bear with me.
sure.
I'm probably turned sideways to the camera.
All right.
Turned
The last.
sideways to the camera because I hooked the monitor. And
Yeah. We have one more mini loot trivia giveaway, and then after the next earring design, we'll draw for our big loot giveaway. Some filigree in here. Looks like artisan copper blanks, natural brass blanks, that oak frond piece. There's a bead cap up there. Looks like there's a finished bracelet. There's pewter, plated gold, a couple of those natural brass buffalo coins. Cute. That's a good mini loot, which isn't so many according to some of the ladies.
that is a good one.
It is a good one. It's a very pretty one. All right, we're ready for trivia. I think
Okay,
USD is
question.
pulled up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put out the question while you spread those goodies. What Renaissance artist is buried in Rome's Pantheon? What Renaissance artist is buried in Rome's Pantheon? Get your things going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for you over on YouTube, Debbie. I'm rooting for you. Let's see how you can do. So what do we have? Anything pretty there?
Yeah, I just talked about it. You got your blanks, your filigree, bead cap, oak frond, finished bracelet, pewter plated gold. There's a couple filigree. There's a Z tag, some buffalo, or 2 buffalo coins. Oh no, there's an Indian coin and a buffalo coin. And a couple of the glass half circle crystals.
Well, it looks like we have a winner over on YouTube. Do we have 2 YouTube wins today? That's pretty good.
That is really good.
Odds are pretty good. And then we got a few coming in here just a little bit after the fact on Facebook. We have Lisa came in. So the winner came from YouTube, and it was Kat Kosea. Kosea, did she win today?
She
She didn't win
did
today, did she?
not win
Maybe it was
today.
Kathy
Yes.
Coppinger, right?
But Kat, she's fairly new, and I think she's been winning a lot of trivia and a lot of giveaways.
Yeah,
So she is lucky. She is. She's been really good at
she's on
trivia.
fire.
I've been shipping like a gift to her every week for the last 4 weeks now.
Yeah, Kat's on fire with the trivia. And the gals over on Facebook were pretty darn close too.
Yeah.
So
Like,
here's a
put
little line.
it up just a little bit.
Up a little bit more. There we
There,
go.
perfect. Beautiful
A
butterfly.
little butterfly. Hoping to see these beauties soon.
Like like Lisa would say, Cat is blessed.
She's blessed.
She's
That's right.
blessed.
And she blesses us with her presence, as do
Yes.
all the other ladies on the channel. We
Good
thank you
job,
sincerely.
Cat.
All right, you can flick me.
Okay, bye. Okay. Good job, Cat. All right. We just finished up with this gorgeous necklace. Don't forget, we'll do the look at the end because I'm sure you guys are just wanting to know what this stuff looks like on because I didn't do any model pictures, unfortunately. Since I didn't work Monday, I had to do everything from making the designs, creating the listings, product photography, looking up all the products, pulling for inventory, all of that yesterday. Which I did it to myself. But yeah. Well, yesterday I got all the ice off the thing back there because by the time I left, it was melted, but I knew it would be refrozen by the time I got in the morning. So I was like, get it off the thing so I don't slip and fall. That would be not good. That would be not good. Okay. So our last portion of this sampler is going to be the earring portion. I do have the little dangles here in a bulk pack, so I will pop that up here in a moment. But the necklace earring sampler comes with all the focals and the leather that you need to make these two. Um, all you need to add are the clasp, jump rings, crimps, eyelets, and ear wires, which are just your findings, which I'm sure you guys have on because everybody's got to have those if you're making jewelry. So we're going to pop up the bulk pack for that hammered drop blank. These are solid brass, cart 111, 14 pieces for $20. I have used this before too. Do you guys remember the beetle wing earrings that I made? I layered 3 of these together, 2 more on either side of this, and painted those to a different color and left this single, and they reminded me of beetle wings. So that's that design is also in the product listing on vintagelifeshop.com if you want to take a peek. Otherwise, grab this bulk pack. If you don't want to grab the bulk pack, grab the kit for this because these are not available on retail or wholesale. They're only available in live shop. Grab them while you can. All right. Same paint combination that artisan, I was gonna say artisan copper, that metallic copper and the gunmetal color. I've been liking that. Jean told me to paint something like that. What was it? The leather moon earrings. She said add a little bit of copper and add a little bit of hematite. I fell in love with it and I wanted to showcase that combination for today's live. So I did use that combination a lot today. But I'm going to come in with some copper first. I'm going to put that off to the side here because I'm going to soak it up with my paper towel and then I'm going to dap it on. And I'm going to do that same technique with the hematite. I don't want it to overpower. I still want to see some of that etching in there without having to relief it. It's a little hard to relief a piece like this because it is smooth and the divots are so shallow that it's really important to use the paper towel if you want to achieve the look that's there. And you're going to want your heat gun too. So I'm going to splatter some of this on first. You're going to be working in layers. You need a layer. This is a smooth piece with shallow divots. So you need to add layers to get the level of opaqueness that you want. And you need to do the first layer so your paint has something to grab onto as you're drying it. I need to soak up some more here too. I'm going to keep my heat gun handy because that is going to be what I'm applying the heat and the paint at the same time. Heat, paint, same time. So I'm going to soak this up with my paper towel, and with my heat gun running, I'm going to dab this focal. Now that I have something to adhere to, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more. I might have dried that all out, so I may have to add some more even. It's gonna give it a really nice, cool, like roughy texture that still allows you to see a little bit of that solid brass sheen underneath. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more. Tiny bit. Just in a couple of these spots up here, a little higher, a little lower. Tap whatever off that I can. That's looking good. I'm gonna pull these up just a little bit more. I'm gonna take your hematite, do that same thing without using a different paper towel. I'm using the same paper towel, just a little bit because the hematite is a little darker. So just sparingly put it in a couple spots, darken it up a little bit. I'm gonna use a part of my paper towel that doesn't have color on it to kind of just pick up whatever I don't need. Pull that off. Yep. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Just I love that. I love it so much. It's so pretty. Love it. I like it a lot. All right, grab tiny pieces of your white leather. I'm just gonna grab a little piece off here. You can do longer pieces and always cut down if you're a little worried. Um, because I already split this piece all the way down, it's gonna look maybe a little wonky, but oh well. It'll give you the concept of the matter. Take your JR40 or take a JR40 because you need to add your own jump rings. This one looks a little smushed. Now we have another one over here. We might have to go with silver this time, ladies and gents. Since I have a silver JR40 on hand, we'll do silver. Just slide that onto your pendant there. And you're going to grab a shepherd hook ear wire, gold or silver or solid brass, because I have all three colors available. I'm just going to grab silver because that's what I have over here. And then I need to make a loop here. So what I would do, I don't have I do have a piece of uncut. Oh, that is the whole roll. Let me just cut a new piece here because it's probably pretty important that you guys see this too. Fold your leather in half. That's pretty good. To gauge size, use one of your beads. Almost out the other side. Okay. Take a JR40 up there at the top. And I only have one of those silver ones. Another silver one. Ugh. Open that up and slide that into our leather here. Close the jump ring. And then you can slide your bead up because that's not going to go, the jump ring will not fit through the bead. So you're probably pretty good there. Depending on how long you want this, I wanted it a little shorter, so I put my stuff up here, but you can leave it a little longer if you want. And then this can slide, so whoever buys your earrings, they can adjust this if they want it like all the way at the top, all the way at the bottom, if they want it sitting in the middle, wherever they want it. But it won't slide unless you tug on it, which is nice. We love that. I'm going to go a little bit shorter here. So I'm going to take my hole punch pliers right in the center of my leather, make a punch, but just be careful. It's really easy to mess up the punch by going over to one side versus the other side too much. So I'm going to punch my leather one piece at a time. That's a little off from the center, but that's okay. I'm gonna use that same mark a little bit and just slowly, you can see the mark there that I made underneath. It's not quite on center, so I'm just gonna use that same spot, but go up just a little bit on the other side. Punch that. Now I have two holes turn into one hole. And then take your bead awl and string it through there and extend that. Pretty good. And then I'm gonna grab this eyelet, EY005. Believe you can get those on the retail site. Oh, I think you might even be able to get them on Live Shop if you want as well. Pull these up here, grab my pinch block. We'll get to that stuff in a moment, but we're gonna focus on our piece here. All right. So our eyelet needs to fit through these two holes. I found a little trick that's a bit easier. Don't roll off. I need to straighten my bead all back out. Okay. So I string for my leather, I strung my eyelet onto my bead awl and then kind of used it to push it through. And then when you're backing it out, make sure you're holding the back of your bead awl or the back of your eyelet and the front of your eyelet so you can push it up at the same time and not lose your leather. You can use your chain nose pliers too. There we go. Our eyelet's through. We want an eyelet because we want to be able to string a jump string through there yet. I'm going to hang the bead portion off the side of my bench block so my eyelet is flush. And then we're going to hammer our eyelet down. Ooh. I need to angle you guys a little bit more here because I do not want to hit my phone. I think that's maybe what happened when I broke my lens protector. This is combining both your tail ends. It's a little off center, but it's okay. That's really not like as bad as what I was thinking it was going to be. All right, I'm going to take that off. I take some of that off on the side. I wanted it a little more of a rounded look, so that's why I came in with my X-Acto knife to get some of that leather so it's a little more exact on the dot. If you're using your clippers, when you're on such a small area like that, it can make it fray. So that's why the X-Acto knife is really nice because it's just it's a clean cut. And then you can move that around a little bit. Where's our JR40 on our other side? That's gonna get strung through the eyelet. I like the nice portion facing out. If your eyelet encloses on itself a little bit and you're not able to get your jump ring through, use your bead awl to extend it back. Close that jump ring. And then up here, we're gonna take our ear wire, open that up, put that on, close it. All done. For some really cute boho cheek frolic fairy, frolic rustic fairy themed jazz. Super, super easy. And then you can paint your beads too to make them look like that. But we already painted the beads, so I didn't want to do it again. But whoever gets this piece in their order can paint the bead and leather, or just the leather, or just the bead, or, you know, whatever floats your boat. But it's kind of cool without the painted bead, but I really, really like it with the painted bead and the natural brass too. Cute. So this stuff comes in that sampler pack, the focal sampler pack. All you have to do is add your own findings. The leather and focals and beads come with it. Just add your own findings, which are your jump rings and clasp, crimp, ear wires, and eyelets. Love it. So cute. Cart 109 for the necklace and earring sampler. And I think that's all I have for you ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Doug needs to get the YouTube names ready for the big loot giveaway. I'm going to pull this up here and get this situated for that. And then we'll do our look immediately after. All right. You put the finished portions this way because I'm going to put the big loot giveaway on top of these so I have them set up when I do the loot. So that gives Uncle Doug a minute, and that gives me a minute. I think that's the one that I did there. This is that one. Yeah, look at all that gorgeous stuff we made today. Beautiful. All right. Uncle Doug just teams me those. Let's get our big loot giveaway out. I'll bring him on, and then I'll get you guys all put into the screen. Okay. Nice. It's a big loot giveaway. Okay, Uncle Doug. Welcome back.
Hey, I got another one that didn't come over.
Okay. Let me get these together.
I'll send that to you.
Okay. You guys know the drill. Love react to the live demo for a chance to win the big loot giveaway. If you win, you must have an open order with us on vintagelifeshop.com to claim, which is that website there down on the bottom left corner. Let's see if my teams will open here. I might just have to put you guys on a different computer. Oh no, because I'm not. Here's a weird thing with my email last week. Uncle Doug's computer crashed again, bringing you back to me. When I know when it goes silent over there, I know that his computer has done something. Okay, he's back. I mean, what in the
It's
world?
crazy.
I can't even get.
Crazy. If you press refresh on the switcher screen in the browser, it literally logs you out.
Oh yeah, every time. I can't
So
even like
I
if I were to like just change something, let's say the Wi-Fi or something on switcher here, it would sign me out and make me re-sign in before I could get back to the live. The same with my phone too. Oh,
am asking a lot of this old computer to run, Facebook and YouTube videos at the same time, plus switcher video.
yeah.
So it's definitely chugging along, but not so gracefully.
All right. I'm going to put you guys into this wheel here. I did have to, I'm going to do it on my laptop because I'm not signed into Teams. Somebody tried hacking my email, my work email, so we had to change some passwords and stuff. And I haven't re signed back in to this computer. So I have on my laptop, so I can do it there. Bringing up Doug's Teams right now. Oh, actually, I am also signed out of there. What the heck? This is what I'm talking about. It is
A day to remember.
not our day. I literally sent you that switcher Teams. Um. Oh. Earlier. Hold on. I need to grab my password thing because I don't even remember it. I have it written down though. Somewhere. Somewhere.
Want me to just give you first names?
Huh?
Do you want me to just give you first names?
No, that'll take me longer to type them in than it is just to
Okay.
copy them over. Because I have to get into the Facebook too. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, you gotta put all the circle names up there.
Yeah. EJM.
Well, the good news is it's gorgeous outside right now.
I wish it
Sunny, everything's melting off.
I wish it was way
Just
warmer.
beautiful. People driving down the highway will look at me funny because I have my arms outstretched and
Mm,
my head leaned back and walking back to the building like this.
yeah. All right, getting your YouTube names in there, and then Facebook is being copied over. Sort. Sorry, it's taken a minute, you lovelies. At least, I'm early compared to some weeks. All right, refreshing, pulling you guys in. All right. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sort. Oh, yeah. Because I have to sort it too. Make sure we don't have any of our doubles. Which it's okay. We always want you guys to react to our stuff. Even if you've won before, it doesn't take us any longer to just, substitute a couple things. Okay. This one is purple, blue, and whitish, I think. All right. Ooh. There we go. I'm connected to the Ethernet, so I had to do a little, I didn't want to pull it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Try and go below so you guys can't see my camera on the top.
Get closer.
Okay, that's supposed to say Lucine, by the way. That's Lucine. Will you see if Lucine has one?
Okay, let me take a look.
I don't know why it did that.
Yeah,
Okay,
she won on the 11th.
here we go. Spin again. Just like brighter. Has Kathy. I know she won a trivia today, but has she won a Big Loot giveaway?
Searching.
I'm gonna shuffle this again. All right. Full screen. Here we go. Ooh, it has Sherry, or is it Reichenbacher?
Yeah, I thought you asked me if Kathy had won.
I thought you said no.
Or if I had said no, you wouldn't have spun again.
No, as in
You-
like as in spin again. Like, no, she can't win it.
Goodness gracious.
Well, you're also like in and out. Your audio is not great, so I might have missed
I
if you had
know.
said
Okay.
anything.
So the second spin was for Kathy Cobb, right?
Yes.
And I'm looking, I'm scanning, and don't believe that Kathy Coppinger has won in the last 6 months. So is Kathy
Okay.
another? If we had three doubles in a row,
So Kathy won the Big Loot giveaway, and I'm gonna make a mini loot for Sherry since that was my fault.
well, Sherry has one, right? She won in February, so
Oh, did
at least
she?
don't feel bad. She wouldn't have gotten it anyway.
Sure. Well, good. I mean, good, but you know what I mean. As good as whatever for my
Yeah,
mistake.
as good as can be. Yes.
Kathy, you're super lucky for these because these are Swarovski winged beads, and these are very limited too. With that Dakota stone, I think there's only like one off of that. These are also, I believe, Dakota. That one's not Dakota. You got some really cool crystally things in there. So Kathy won. We're gonna have to figure out something with Uncle Doug's computer, audio, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
we're gonna work on that for next week.
Yeah.
I did do a doodle though.
Let me make you big screen. There you go.
I Kathy's name in the sand.
Oh, like a beach vacay.
Yeah, that's for those people who can afford the time and money to
Right.
get off this continent and find somewhere sunny and nice to
Just
go.
just go down to Virginia. It's 90 degrees. Or wherever
Yeah, you're not
some
going
of
to get
these
sunny
ladies
beaches
are.
like that down in Virginia.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah,
Mom and
no,
Dad,
you're not.
was
With
it like
palm
Virginia
trees,
Beach?
you got to go a little farther south to get the palm trees.
Oh, what, like 4 hours? Whatever.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Beats
All right,
flying there.
I'm coming over.
Okay.